Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean, and I had a viewer reach out and ask about connecting VLC to Companion and the StreamDeck. So that's what we're going to take a look at. Okay, let's jump on over to the computer here, and we're gonna first go into VLC. Okay, we've got VLC. First thing I'm gonna do is go to Tools, Preferences, and come right down here to this Reset Preferences button. I want to make sure everything is default. Now the important thing is, after you do that or make any changes in your preferences, you want to close VLC and relaunch it. Okay, I have the privacy and network access policy because this is technically my first use. I'm going to click continue. Now I'm going to go into Tools and Preferences, and back down here you'll see Show Settings, Simple or All. I'm going to switch that to All. And then I'm going to come down here to Interface and Main Interfaces. Click Web. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to expand Main Interfaces until I get to LUA. I'm going to give it a simple password. Then I'm going to save and close VLC and launch it again. Now I'm going to come into Companion and I'm going to add by search, and I'm going to type in VLC, VideoLAN VLC, add that. Now if you're running Companion on the same computer that you're going to be using VLC on, you can keep it at the target IP 127.0.0.1. That is your local computer. You're not actually reaching out over the network. But since I am controlling my StreamDeck from a Raspberry Pi, I am actually going to be controlling this computer that you're seeing here. So I'm going to put in its IP address. I'm going to repeat that password. Ooh. Didn't want caps lock. Number of clip names to reserve. This will always create this many clip names. It prevents the $NA when the clip name is empty. I'm going to give it 10, even though it won't do that. I'm going to increase my timer resolution because it does have the ability to pull back and show you how much time is left on a clip. And display empty clip names, otherwise display blank. Yep, I want to do that. I want to apply my changes. And we'll go back to instances and you can see it's okay. So it is now connected to VLC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into VLC and I'm actually going to View and Playlist. And then I'm going to open up and I'm going to drag some media in there. So I have these video clips. I'm going to select them, drag them in to VLC. So I have things here loaded up. I'm going to hop back into Companion, Buttons. I've already got a page here for VLC. And then right here I have my emulator loaded up so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click on VLC to go to that page. Okay, we're going to make this full screen, and I'm going to start with using some presets. So as you can see, there are presets available. So we'll go into player. I want my play button. I want my pause, stop. I'm going to drag all of these in here. Okay, now that I've added these presets, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go in my playlist. Unfortunately, I only have 5. That's all that they've set up. But I'm going to drag those 5 in. And I'm going to click on one. I can see the options, or the name and the parameters to display the name of the clip number, and that's all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this same button, click on it, and update it. Clip 6, and I'm going to do that one more time. Clip 7 and 7. Okay. Now you can see here that we have our play, pause, stop, the other functions, loop, repeat, shuffle, full screen, and then the clips that I've loaded in and an extra. So if I add a 7th clip, the name will show up here. So right now, you'll see it up in the top. The key will actually light up here. I'll show you here. When I click or press a button, you're going to see the yellow up in the top light up. So VLC is up and running on this computer screen that you're seeing right now. I am going to go ahead and hit my clip 1 button, and you actually see VLC has loaded in the background. Okay, not exactly what we want, but it is working. I'm going to go on to the next clip. Okay, as you can see, they are not full screen. Let's just pause this right there. Now we can do that with the full screen button and continue to play. And we can stop and it will return you to your playlist. Okay, so what we want to do, I said there is feedback for this, so it will tell you the countdown for how much time is left. And if you want to take a look at that, in your instances, if you go to Edit for the VLC, you can actually see these are the dynamic variables that are available. So I'm just going to copy the playing item time left, and I'm going to create another button down here at the bottom. Now this is going to be a button with no action. This is all it's going to do for me. I'm just going to have it play out the time, and I'm going to change the numbers so I can actually see them. 18, I think that is sufficient. So right here we can have time left. Well, I'm not sure if there's something wrong with my version of Companion, but oh no, it seems to be playing somewhere. Of course, I can't see it. It is hiding back here. Okay, and as you can see, that clip ended and it just went on to the next one. So you really do need to pay attention to that countdown. I do suggest having it there. Now we can toggle full screen. As you can see, you still have a mouse pointer and you still have controls. So let's let's go take a look at that. We're going to go into Preferences. First thing that I like to do is go into my subtitles OSD and turn that off. That is going to turn off the name. Again, we need to close and reopen VLC, unfortunately. And I didn't save my playlist, so we'll just drag those items back in again. You can see them automatically repopulate here. Okay, and I'm going to play. There we go. You can see it running in the background. It did not come up with its name. I can go full screen on that. And this is where we have to be ready to switch, or we're just going to run into the next clip automatically. Okay, so the other thing that we can do here is we can come into our preferences. We can integrate video and interface. We can take that off. We can uncheck show controls in full screen mode. Then we can come over here to video, tell it full screen mode. Save that. Again, we're going to close it, but I actually want to look. I believe that if we go into the advanced settings, we can make it play one clip and stop. Okay, so I found that option. We're actually going to go into playlist, and you have a number of options here that you can set for your playlist. Play files randomly forever, repeat all, repeat current item, play and exit, play and stop, or play and pause. Now it depends on how you're using your machine. You can do this in a few different ways. So let's play and pause here. Again, we're going to save, exit out of VLC, relaunch it, and drag our media into our playlist. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to play the first clip, and it's playing full screen. I don't have a mouse. I don't have any controls. And this actually holds, so we still have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and the clip is finished. And as you can see, it just paused. I just hit spacebar there, and it started playing the next clip. That's not exactly what I want to do. It could be fine if you just want to leave it ready, and it will be standing by. It'll stay on the last frame. So actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do that again. If you noticed, I did have my mouse there for a second. And this holds. We have 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the clip is paused. Now I'm going to jump to clip 3. You saw a little blip, and then this one started to play. Four, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, we're paused on this one. I'm going to go to image 2 or video 2 now. Again, you can see it blips between them. It's not clean. So I'm going to stop this. So I'm going to go back into Tools and Preferences. I'm going to go back to my advanced settings, to Playlist. I think I'm going to try Play and Stop. I'm going to see what this looks like. And I'm gonna do the walk, which is the shortest. It's 7 seconds is the YouTube. So let's play the YouTube banner here. Again, we had the mouse for a second, that went away. 3, 2, 1, and we're back to our desktop. So, what can you do with that? Well, you can actually, if you wanted to set up a clean desktop, obviously I'm showing you some other things here. You can have it completely black. You can eliminate all your desktop icons, maybe throw your logo, the logo of the venue you're working at, or the event in the middle, and hide your Windows taskbar. Maybe keep VLC Media Player minimized. Let's try that again. One thing we definitely don't want it to do is completely close out VLC. So back to playlist here. So play and stop, you saw what that did. It returns you to your desktop. Play and pause is probably your best solution there. If you're doing this for any kind of, well, displaying it on a monitor or switching it live for video, I would add some time to the clip, probably a second or two in the front and in the back, give you time to switch. But you can also set up the StreamDeck to do that, start that ahead of time if you want. So one thing that we can do here, well, you could set up your buttons in Companion to both switch and start the play at the same time. So let's take a look at that. And I'm going to keep this on the same, switch back to the computer here. I'm going to keep using the VLC buttons. And I know on my switcher it is source 4. So I'm going to add another action here. I believe I called that, yep, ISO. All right, so I'm going to cut. No, I'm not. ISO, I'm going to set input on program. Sorry about that, to camera 4, because that's what it is. And actually, I'm just going to run through really quick and set this up on all of these. Okay, so now that I have those set up, what I'm going to do here is first switch back to me. I'm going to go to my VLC page, and I'm going to run that YouTube clip again. So what you're going to see here is one button. Actually, let me go to this camera, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my VLC page here. This might be very difficult for you to see, but I'm going to press that YouTube flag again. It's going to automatically run and switch you. Okay, so we can see that that just worked there. So you can use one button and multiple actions within Companion to make the switch and start the file at the same time. You're just going to have to watch very carefully for your timeout, unless again you've set VLC to pause, and that is under your playlist. So I'm going to set that back to play and pause, save, again exit. I only have a few clips here. It's just as easy for me to just drag this than to save a playlist and reopen it. So that's why I'm doing that. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to switch you to the overhead camera. You can see me pushing buttons. And again, I'm going to run that flag. Again, you still want to have a clean desktop. And 1 second, it's paused. I'm late in switching, and that's why you might want to set a button on your another page of your StreamDeck to actually show you that countdown timer for the clip that's left. So I have actually I can show you this. If we go back to the computer here, and I can pull up my emulator. So this is where I do my switching primarily for my ATEM Mini. Now I'm running the PC input here is what you're seeing VLC come through. So normally what I would want to do is add something here, maybe right to this VLC button. So let's go do that, just so you can see how that happens. Now all we have to do is come over here and copy this dynamic text. I'm going to go back to my page 1, click on my VLC button. I'm going to do a /n. That's going to give me a carriage return for another line. And then I'm going to paste in my dynamic text here. And as you can see right there, I'm using one button to go between the two pages. But this same button here on the main page is now going to give me a countdown. So let's see if I can run this here. I'm going to go run that TV play. But VLC did not come to the front. So you really have to have VLC set up in ideal conditions. My recommendation is get VLC set up the way you want on a computer and don't run anything else on that computer while you're trying to run a show. So again, I'm going to play something else. I'm going to return to my main screen here on my StreamDeck. I can now see I have my countdown. This is got 20 seconds left. And I'm going to give this a proper countdown. And we're going to stand by to take camera 1 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it. And we're back. So that's setting up VLC with the StreamDeck. A few options that you have to set up there to get it to connect. You'll want to set up that web interface. Actually, while we're here, that also enables something else for you. So I'm going to jump in here. This is 39, I believe, and it's port 8080. And we have no username, but our simple password. And this is the web interface to the running VLC instance, which should be showing me all my loaded. Okay, there we go. So here you go. Here's your playlist again. So you can also do this from another computer and load up your playlist. Keeping everything except for the actual video playback on this computer. So you can make it even a little cleaner. And if you want, you can come in here and change a few things, add some media with what's normally the eject button, and you can browse until you get to media and add it, and it will add it to your list. You can click it here. If I do this, you see it starting to play, and it is actually playing. So that's even another option that you have in addition to Companion and the StreamDeck. And again, play with these settings, get it to your liking, and it really is my recommendation that you use it on a computer and you don't use anything else. Don't be switching programs like I've been doing to show you here. It is going to work a lot better if you just leave it alone. It's definitely not perfect in the way it runs, and it seemed to do the same things for me, whether on a PC or Mac. I did try that out earlier in the day, and I pretty much got the same results as far as playing out full screen, attempting to send the video feed directly to a second screen. There are some known issues with that, so keep that in mind. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. If you have ideas for other videos that I could do, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any additional tips on VLC, StreamDeck, Companion, you can also throw those down in the comments. I look forward to your input. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.